Hello, eighth graders, and hello, MBM families. It is an important time for you, eighth graders, and for your parents and families who have made this entire experience at MBM possible. Thank you, parents, for faithfully supporting your child's education and for the trust you have had in us throughout the years. Eighth grade graduation has become a rather long celebration. We are sentimental. We believe in traditions, rituals, and celebrations. We believe they're very important, as did Dr. Montessori. The time-honored eighth grade speeches at commencement and the teacher tributes at the eighth grade dinner are essential rituals that guide you to move up and out into the world. High school and possibly college or some other vocation or endeavor is in your future. Your education doesn't stop here. Those graduations will be important achievements in your life. But your time here in this relatively little small school is where you unfolded and blossomed. This is the foundation of everything now and everything to come. It is your childhood. I hear that in your speeches this year. Self-discovery, awareness, and the self-construction of you. This has been a strange and at times very difficult year. Resilience was the theme for your global studies. You have studied history to understand how people, cultures, nations, and individuals in your own families have struggled through the most strenuous times with resilience, perseverance, courage, and strength of character. Then, without warning, you too, at 14 years old, have been required to be resilient, to persevere, to be courageous, and to strengthen your own characters. You have had to pivot sharply and quickly through unprecedented circumstances. And you made it. You are graduating. On a typical day when school is in session, I generally walk around a little bit, look in the windows of the classrooms, go out to greet people on the curb, walk around a bit more, say hello, 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 greet one another. You've seen me do this numerous times. It's all very wonderful. Recently, given the social climate of our nation and our world, and spending 11 weeks at home, I have found myself thinking over and over, what are these kids going to need to navigate in such a rapidly advancing society with unprecedented population size and tough global issues? Who do they need to be? Can we teach them now what they need for 2025, 2030, 2035? In 2030, our eighth graders will be 24 years old. Do we chase change and try to keep pace? Well, to some extent, we do. Do we as Montessori educators continue to develop those fundamental skill sets and the values that satisfy our human tendency, building a strong foundation that supports continuous change? Of course, without a doubt, the answer is yes. Some things don't change. Human development is one of them. How and when and what we learn and experience developmentally from the day we are born to the day we die, the alpha and the omega is pretty straightforward. Yes, we all do it a little differently, but our developmental markers and stages occur in sequence within a certain time period. Dr. Montessori's method, based on human tendency, is the only educational method that is based in human development. It fully recognizes the child's potential and ability to learn at different stages. Montessori successfully connects human needs to learning. We are responsible for the future because our children are the future. And what they learn now is what they will use to navigate this global world that has particularly tough issues. Global is good, but global has made our responsibility and our children's responsibility even larger. Over time, I have come to realize that children are going to need what they already have: an education that is connected to their humanness, education that develops who they are as human beings. After all, isn't that our most fundamental global connection, our humanity? Positive education that helps them develop, grow, learn, connect, and feel a sense of purpose and meaningfulness as a human being is what they need for their future. So I want to say to you, eighth graders, you know who you are, so you can know who others are. You know how to help yourselves, so you can help others help themselves. You know what your needs are, so you can understand the needs of others. You must make mistakes, so when others make mistakes, you can understand and work on solutions together. You must prepare an orderly environment, so you can develop orderly, prepared environments for others who may have no skills to do so themselves. You are courageous, so you can model courage for others. You are kind, compassionate, and empathetic, so you can go out and spread more kindness, more empathy, and more compassion. You each have a vision, so you can inspire and encourage others to greatness, collaboration, and peace. You will do all these things in whatever area you choose to work in: engineers, doctors, scientists, inventors, artists, athletes, parents, journalists, and the list goes on. In many ways, the academics have been the easiest part for you. It is the human things that have needed the nurturing, the guidance, the role models, and they've needed time. Human development needs time. Montessori takes time. You have been allowed the time at MBM. You see, you're ready to leave. You have it all. Oh, you also have a lot of knowledge. I forgot to mention that. Minor detail. You've learned a lot while you're here. It may not feel like it now as teenagers. Autonomy is very big for you guys. But as you move along in life, it feels good to know there are people who know you, to be connected to others through time, to come from somewhere with a shared experience at a place like MBM. Some people don't have this until high school or college. Others never have it. You are way ahead of the bunch. You have this now. You come from MBM. We watched you grow, and you watched us grow. You are connected to us. We know you. We are extremely fond of you. We don't forget you. And based on current history, we are always here for you. And now your teachers are ready to tell you a few things that they remember about you. Thank you.
Dear graduates, we've missed you over the past 2 years. We have many special memories of your group, including our trip to Ashland, our numerous class projects, and just your smiley faces.
So remember this, these thoughts are for you.
Deep down, you already know them, but sometimes you forget.
Sometimes you need a reminder of the things you already know because it's easy to lose sight of them.
It's so easy to become distracted with the work of everyday living that the little voice that tells you the good things, the true things, the simple things gets lost for a moment.
Let this be your reminder. Let these words put you back on track. Let them speak to you.
And let yourself believe them, because they're powerful and they're true.
And you knew that already.
Danny, this is for you. Your dreams are there to be listened to. They don't want to be told that they're not reachable. They want to be told that you will find a way. You are so capable, Danny, of anything you put your mind to. You have demonstrated that to us numerous times over your years here.
Beth, you were the epitome, the very essence of hard work. Thank you for teaching me perseverance. Beth, remember this. You are a vessel for a dream. It lives in you. It shines through your eyes. Let it out.
Marissa, when you let go of the things you fear, you'll discover all the wonders you've been shutting out. Or as President Roosevelt stated, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. You actually know that every time you ski down a fast run. Marissa, your inner strength is made of oak, strong enough for anything.
Cassidy, I will always remember your love for animals and especially your service. Thank you for reminding me of the importance of loving service. Cassidy, remember this. The more you believe, the more is possible.
Enzo, there is no direct path to the place you're going. You will have to make it yourself. You are a path maker. And Enzo, you might need to remember that just because you can do something, make sure to always ask yourself if you should do it.
Evie, as an athlete, you chose the word fairness to emulate in your 6th grade year. I will remember you as an intelligent, mature person. You gave me the lesson of justice and mercy. Evie, the world will change you, shape you, and define you. Remember to change, shape, and define the world.
Lillian, this may be just the lesson you didn't know you needed, the one that alters everything. You came to MVM as a non-English speaker. Remember, the lessons come even if you try to hold them back. You're so powerful, Lillian. Use your power for the good of all, including yourself.
Dear London, I will always remember you as the epitome of courtesy, the word you chose to emulate in your 6th grade year. I gave you lessons. You taught me the importance of kindness. London, remember this. Fill yourself up. Find good work, good people, good thoughts, and keep them close. Build your life around them.
Mia, opportunities are everywhere. They may be invisible, they may be hard to imagine right now, but they are present and they are real. Look for them. You certainly did, coming to MVM as a 6th grader. You are a person who I would say seizes the day. Carpe diem, Mia.
Maymay, you were and are every bit of resilience, the word you chose in your 6th grade year. Your strong character demonstrates intention. You gave me the lesson, the importance of a job well done. Maymay, remember this. You are the architect and builder of this day. Shape it with intention.
And Maddie, your gift is not in conformity. Your gift is in the rare and astonishing things that only you can offer. Wit, wisdom, wonder. You're solid, Maddie. A musician, a reader, a Renaissance woman, ready to take on the world.
Dear graduates, you are complete.
But you're not yet finished.
Don't stop now.
We wish you all the best as you move on, and we hope you remember that if you are ever lost, to use your compass to find your way back home.
In August of last year, Cassidy came to school ready to guide, and she continued to grow so much as a leader this past year. She brought that determination into the classroom with her work ethic. She's passionate about causes that she believes in, has a strong voice when giving her opinion, and she's not afraid to say what she needs to say, and she is skilled at getting what she wants, or at least she really tries to. I would recommend Cassidy to be a part of the debate team in high school, otherwise she will be wasting an amazing gift. She's all about equal rights and willing to defend the underdog. What about the project that she did about stop using plastic with the turtle? That was amazing. Cassidy is a social butterfly that loves music, and she also loves cheerleading. I have learned from Cassie that if I put my mind and heart into anything I do, I can help my weaknesses become strengths.
Hi, my name is Cassidy Hatch. I've been at NBM for 5 years now, and that time flew by very, very fast. If there's one quote that explained my NBM journey, it would be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. When I read this, it made me have many flashbacks of my NBM experience. I came to this school when I was in 4th grade, but before that I went to Huntsberger Elementary School. Though I didn't come here till I was 9 or 10, I've been coming to Mountain View for as long as I can remember, because my best friend Taylor has gone here since she was 3. I remember going to pick her up when she was in kindergarten, and she was playing on the playground. The teachers would always let me play on the monkey bars with her and all the other kids. Without Taylor and her family, I would not be here today, and I'm very thankful for them. When I came to the school as a student, I was placed into Diane's class and knew nobody. Going into it, I thought it'd be very difficult to make new friends, but I learned extremely fast that it would not be a problem. On the first few days of school, I made many new friendships, and I'm still friends with every single one of them to this day. 4th grade went by so fast, I hardly even remember it. But one memory I do recall is the first day of 5th grade. By then, I knew many people, and I feel like I fit in. There were a lot of new faces in the class, but one became very familiar. Now that I was in 5th grade, I had to go to morning care every single day because my big sister was now in the AC. Most of my friends didn't come until normal time, so this gave me new room to make new friends. Every day that I was there, also one of the new people were there. We started talking every single morning, and I would consider her and Taylor my 2 best friends. Who is this? This is Evie Fraser. If you have seen her walking in the halls, I was probably right there by her side. At this point, I know many people, and I feel like I fit in. 6th grade was an amazing year, and some of my best memories came from that year. Once I graduated from upper elementary, it was time to move on to the adolescent community. I would like to say that 7th grade was my most memorable year at NBM. I made so many new friends and bonds that will last a lifetime. Going into 8th grade, I was truly sad that I'd have to do a year without some of my closest friends. I started to make many friendships with the 8th graders and 7th graders, and little did I know that Friday, March 13th, would be the last day at this amazing school. I remember sitting in a large, hot room filled with hundreds of students and parents while the 8th graders gave their final goodbye speech. I never expected that I'd be giving mine through a video, but it's okay, because something that this school has taught me is how to adapt and be flexible. I've learned about how to make friendships, and that no matter what, you don't have to change who you are, and you can always be yourself no matter what. My time at this school will be over in just a few moments, but I have big plans for my future. For high school, I'll be attending Damani Ranch High School, and I hope to make the junior varsity cheerleading team. I'm not sure what I want to do after that, but my dream is to go to college in the beach or in Chicago. I've always wanted to be a fashion designer or an interior designer, but I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen after high school. I've made so many memories that I will never forget, and Mountain View holds a very special place in my heart. I can't believe that my journey is almost over. There are many people that have helped me get to where I am today, and I'd like to thank them. First, I'd like to thank all my friends who made me want to be at school, all the 8th graders who made me laugh when I was having a bad day. Thank you, Diane and Humi, for teaching me so much and for always saying hi to me when you see me in the halls. Chelsea, thank you for giving me so much knowledge and for being the best math teacher. Gracias, Lulu, for teaching me how to speak an entirely new language. Ella, thank you for showing me so much and making my writing 1,000 times better. Ashlyn, you're an amazing teacher, and I'm so happy that I got to have you as a teacher, even if it was only for 1 year. Thank you, Jen, for showing me a new way to look at the world through an artist's eyes. I'd like to thank Evie and Taylor for always loving me no matter what, and for making me the best version of myself. Lastly, I'd like to thank my mom, dad, and Callista for always staying by my side and helping me with whatever I need. I love you guys so much. It's hard for me to imagine going to school and not knowing every single face, but I guess it's time for me to see what it's like. Thank you.
Each of the students in this year's 8th grade class wrote a poem inspired by a vintage book given to me by my grandmother, Charlotte. This collaborative poem was created by taking 2 lines from each student poem. Someday, by the 2019-2020 Mountain View Montessori 8th grade class. Someday, I will work hard and own a bakery.
Someday I will have folders filled with art I created.
Someday, I will achieve my goals.
Someday I will become a role model and an inspiration to the child I once was.
Someday, I will come out of my bubble.
Someday I will meet my old friends and everything will be like old times.
Someday, my serve will lead my volleyball team to victory.
Someday I will enlist in the Marine Corps.
Someday, I will go vegetarian for a month.
Someday I will learn how to dance with a majestic stance.
Someday, I will be the reigning freeride champion.
Someday I will have a daughter.
Someday, I will be driving down the beach, watching the sunset over the ocean with all my friends and music blaring.
Someday I will design families' dream homes.
Someday, the world won't be at war.
Someday I will be an amazing actress with outstanding status.
Someday, I will play football with all of my friends.
Someday I will marry someone who loves me.
Someday, I will be in San Francisco.
Someday I will have to go through some pain, but I know I can persevere through it.
Someday, I will have a house with vast windows and green grass.
But right now, we are being honored as a group of amazing, resilient young adults who represent the 2020 8th grade class at Mountain View Montessori.